First day, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, which is great. A lot of mistakes. The young guys played hard. They've got to understand how to practice in our tempo and move around the way we do, but it wasn't a matter of want to. It's just a simple matter of learning the direction we're headed. I thought the old guys were crisp, and the veterans came out here definitely with the purpose. Threw the ball very well and passed Skelly. But when it became real football, 11 on 11, we threw the ball very average. So the run game's hard to get a beat on without pads on, but it looked like we were getting on the right people, and kids were competing up front on both sides of the football, which is, it's always hard to evaluate the front seven. But alignment and assignment was clean and crisp, and there was a lot of want to in the kids. So that's a quick recap. See more when we watch the film. Questions? No questions. Perfect. Really?
It's early. So what did you? It's early, and everyone wants to know about the quarterbacks. Just what did you see today?
We'll have to go back and sit down and evaluate it every single day. Breaking up at the end is a great opportunity for Tanner to get those extra reps with the young kids, which you all saw. I think it's there were some good things, I'm sure, out of all of them. I'm trying to watch alignment and assignment, didn't focus completely on the quarterback, so we'll go back in and evaluate the film tonight and see where it sits. But this is going to be a process. Not one day is going to make a starter, but every day is unbelievably important for those three as we continue through camp.
You talked a lot about leadership with all the seniors you have, but what kind of asset can a couple 6-year seniors present?
Yeah, you're talking about Ethan and BK basically, and Kurt, I guess. We got a few of them.
Yeah.
A couple of them are like 7th or 8th year, so which is a good thing too. It's awesome. It's invaluable. Ethan got up in front of the team in our first team meeting and kind of told them his story, battling through the walk-on situation and just being a great team player and getting a scholarship when the opportunity came. So each one of those kids will have an opportunity to kind of tell their story to the young players. And it does matter. It's a big part of it, and their care factor, their want to. If it wasn't extreme, they wouldn't still be doing it, especially what all of them have gone through to get to this point. So senior leadership is great, and those young men have been through a little bit more than a lot of other young men, fighting through injuries and just being around for a long period of time. So that's very valuable.
Gary, I know you're going to look at a lot of guys at safety, but what do you like about Musso athletically that you put him where you did today?
Well, I would say this, athletically, that's number one. He runs. He's instinctive. He's a well-rounded athlete in the weight room and what he does, and his quickness and his speed shows. And he has the smarts to get back there in the line, and I think he's a tough physical kid. So those are all things that the safety has to be able to do. And as you know, we're going to look at 4 or 5 kids in that spot. But I think right now, Moose seemed to do a good job this summer of what we were looking for, of improving himself mentally. That was encouraging from day one.
A couple things on the 105 guys. Matt Miller, is that an injury thing?
Yeah, Matt Miller right now he's out for an extended period of time. We'll see where it all goes. I think he's going to be fine. But my philosophy on the 105 is if you're not ready, 100% healthy to come into camp, then we're going to bring in another young man in to let him compete, and then we'll see how it goes. As camp goes on, it's as we all know, it's a tough sport to hang in there with 105 kids consistently. So hopefully we'll get him in and a couple other kids as we move forward. But we'll see. We expect him to be okay, but right now he's just not quite ready yet.
Is Devin Galden close?
No, not right now. Devin's still a little bit ways away, and those kids. It's great that they can be here, and can't really be around us, but they can rehab and get themselves moving. But he's still a ways away.
How about Keelan Vickens? Where is he in his recovery?
Keelan came back today and had his first go round out there, and he's been fine from my knowledge of the summer, and it seems to be 100%.
The newcomers don't have W's on their helmet yet. Is that something you used to do at Utah State, just that they have to earn that? Yeah,
it's something we've done for a number of years, and we put the black stripe on there, and they've got to earn that motion W on their helmet, and it's a big step for them to be able to get into it's kind of I wouldn't call it a graduation, but it's you've done something pretty good. And the big brothers are the ones that basically state the fact that this young man has moved in the direction to strap the W on the side of his hat, and so he needs to do something on the practice field that the veterans are going to look at him and say, this guy's ready to take that next step. And I think it's a good tradition, and those rookies want to get it off that stripe off and strap the W on there real quick. I promise you that much.
Coach, is there anything that the field's different, or maybe it was just different about your approach this year compared to senior last year?
Well, I would say in a few positions with so many kids that were injured, being strategic and getting them back out here on the field. And I think Mike and his crew did an unbelievable job. I think Evan and his crew did an unbelievable job of getting those kids back. That was different just because of the number of young men we had to get back. But from a philosophy and a standpoint, you tweak things every year. Little things here, little things there. But our camp schedule, how we go about things, getting them on and off the field, getting them up in the morning. It's all status quo with just minor tweaks. We're in school this week. That's different. I've never been to start a camp and been in school with a lot of young men, but these kids handle it unbelievably well. So minor tweaks, nothing major.
You said Caputo could help you at safety or one of the outside linebacker spots. Or is it just a need thing at safety now? You're looking at him first? Or?
Well, I think number one, he can handle them both mentally, which is great. And if you can learn safety and understand where safety is, or kind of the quarterback, if you will, of the defense, a lot of times it's much simpler to move up there and understand the assignments of the F linebacker or the B linebacker, because you got to know what that guy's doing to play safety. So we're starting him there, see how it goes. Different packages, he may move in and be a down guy and be an outside backer, or even get into some safety spots, and sometimes we'll play with 3 safeties back there. So he'll have to know a lot, but he can handle it mentally. He's a smart young man, and as you well know, he has a tremendous want to.
You were able to award Nick Hill a scholarship, is that
Yes.
accurate? Okay.
Yeah, we were. It was something we did yesterday in the meeting. Nick has put in all kinds of time. He's almost graduated, and he's gone through some ups and downs in this program. But those are the best days, when you have an opportunity to give a young man an opportunity to get a scholarship, and he's worked so hard, and he's battled like crazy and done everything we've asked him to do. And we had a spot, so we took advantage of it. And he'll be on scholarship, and expect him to graduate in January, and then we'll go from there.
The guys that wear number 2 are usually pretty athletic. Does he fit that in number 2?
Yeah, I think so. He's tremendously athletic. The problem with Nick is consistently being out there on the field. He's done some good things on special teams. He's had some injuries. He's fought through them all, and we'll see where he goes. He's playing the outside linebacker position, and he's in it's a tremendous battle out there to see who's going to lock down really the first 4 spots there. We've got to be 2 deep all the way across the defensive front. So he'll battle like crazy, and also compete at special teams hard.
Derek Watt took a couple of carries today. What do you like about what he could do potentially?
Well, Derek is, you saw Corey getting a ton of reps, you saw Derek getting a lot of reps, and some tailback reps, and he's, when you get into the belly play, you saw that a couple times. If you have a fullback that can really carry the football and do some things, and Derek, I think he showed that in spring. He kind of opened our eyes a little bit to his ability to be able to run the football when Jeff was hurt, and we were trying to take some reps off of James and Melvin as we went through spring football. So he'll get the ball in his hands. He's a very good fullback. He can catch it very well. And we just don't want a fullback that's just going to block every time. And like to give him a little sugar every once in a while. Give him a chance to run the ball. It's good for him.
Could we really see Chris Borland return kicks?
Yeah, anything's possible. Yeah, he would be. We'll see where it all goes. But Chris wants to get back in those drills and be involved, and he has fun with it. And we'll see. We might see him in some short yardage offense too. I think that'd be a interesting place to see him get the ball in his hands about the 1 yard line with his want to and his will. It could get real interesting for a defense pretty fast. Anything else? Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it.